right, so we are caught up for GAC matches, except for the current round, for which the last battle, I believe, is tomorrow. So we will save those last three GAC matches or videos for later. Here we are, Sector 1, Conquest, so the new look Conquest with different bosses at the end. Still, for the most part, very doable with the same 3 teams or 4 teams. I did try to mix it up a little bit more just for, the sake of mixing it up a little bit. But I mean, you can really do most of these battles no problem with Gas 501st, CLS, Imperial Troopers, and really any one of the GLs. Like any one GL. Certainly sectors 1 and 2. I do use Night Sisters a little bit. There are some very Night Sisterable teams just to mix it up. But you know me, I like to do things quickly. But yeah, Sector 1. I thought that they were going to tune the difficulty a little bit. It does not appear as though they have. I will say, just by switching up the final boss, some of the feats are much more difficult. Like trying to go 15 times consecutively before the enemy goes when there's a character in there that is immune to turn meter reduction. So I may have to come back to that when I have a better cache of data disks, and rather than turn meter reduction data disks, maybe I need some turn meter boosting data disks. I heard a sound in my kitchen, but there's shouldn't be anything or anyone over here. That's interesting. Anyway, so I am glad that Conquest is back. I am glad that Conquest is in, or at least the enemies have changed up a little bit. It makes it a little bit more interesting, and I love that I can now get Commander Ahsoka Tano shards. If you're doing hard mode, you can get Commander Ahsoka Tano shards and Razor Crest shards fairly quickly. I think you can actually get them in... I can't remember if you get Ahsoka Tano shards in Sector 1, but you definitely get them in Sector 2. So that's good. Anecdotally, I did see a Commander Ahsoka Tano pack that will be made available soon, if it isn't already out. So you will be able to buy some shards. Hopefully you maxed the last few conquests that we have had, which really isn't hard, just sometimes takes time and patience and a little bit of strategy. I think we're talking about it in my server, and I think the minimum GP really they can do it is like 4.5 million GP, which is literally half of my GP. So it's quite a few people, which I'm okay with. It requires a lot of time and dedication to it. Not overly difficult, but still, people should get the rewards that they are due. Pumped for Commander Ahsoka Tano. Her kit looks incredible. We were talking about it in my server, like, some of the different ways that you could use her. I mean, I was thinking about sticking her with Cam and GK, because, I mean, whether it's on a Padme team or not, because I make no mistake, she will do well on a Padme team, but whether she's on a Padme team or not, She does very well with people who attack out of turn. So Cam, multi-attack and counters, and then GK, who can put counter on the entire team. So she has a fucking annihilate. Like, she has an insta kill. So that's fucking awesome. So yeah, her kit looks really, really good. Kind of, almost in a way, calls to attention how terrible Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is. I mean, there's literally almost no use for Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. But, I don't know, maybe she'll get a rework. You know, it would be good if Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum were a rebel fighter. Is she a rebel fighter? I don't think she's a rebel. No, she's definitely not a rebel fighter. But if she was a rebel fighter, she might be really good under a Momo team. She might be good under a Momo team anyway. I haven't checked. I'm pretty sure I still have her G12. But that would be interesting, now that I think about that. I literally thought about that just now. If Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum had a rebel fighter tag, would she make a Momo team better? I would have to think so, right? I would have to think so. Because, yeah, you throw her with POW. Yeah, that could be interesting. I'm just quickly looking up her kit on my other phone as I'm recording this. Except my other phone's a piece of shit. It's my old iPhone SE, which is basically a 5. Let's see. Yes, my Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is still G12. Unaligned. Ooh, she's unaligned Force user too. Oh. Alright, so just give her a Rebel Fighter tag and we'll be happy. And also give Visus Old Republic tag, for crying out loud. Just plugging along. I'm pretty much using the same strategy. Make sure that I have access to any and all different data disk and or Jawa shops. Just don't want to miss out on anything. Once you get close enough, you can actually look at them before you get there, so you can actually pick which direction you want to go beforehand, which is good. But nothing overly difficult in Sector 1 except for one of the feats, the attack 15 times before your enemy goes once. That is quite difficult. I need to figure out how to do that. Again, I may have to come back to it once I have better data disks. I thought maybe I might be able to pull it off with IT, but I don't have the... I'm going to need more, every buff you gain such and such turn meter. Doesn't help that there are dots that come with every turn in this. I thought maybe if I put SLKR in here, I could knock out a couple of the feats at once. That was not the case. That was not the case. Yeah, a lot of dots. Yeah, see, so this did not work out as I had thought it would. It did not work out well at all. I mean, I win, but it's like the ugliest win I've ever seen. And I don't even get, because you also have to do the kill 4 at a time and hit somebody for 200k damage plus or whatever. So that did not go over well. But not to worry. Better options forthcoming, such as not this. This is actually even worse. Nope. And then I also try this. Nope. So that's the problem. Like, IT totally counterproductive against Padme Kit. I just wanted to see if I could even go 15 times, because killing them is going to be impossible. So, but luckily, actually this doesn't work either. This is like the 700% turn meter reduction team that I usually use. But again, it makes it difficult when there's a character in there that's can't really remove turn meter from. And by can't really, I mean you can't remove turn meter from. And again, the dots don't help either. So, but I'm more than happy to show you my failures, because we're all in this together. I'm not going to pretend like I'm some genius theory crafter, as I've noticed many people at my level and levels near me do. There are some genuinely good theory crafters, many of whom belong in or are in the wolf pack. The other problem that I always run into in Sector 1, my SLKR just hits too hard. At least I got a couple of those. Oh, I did get the 4 in the same turn. Look at that. All right, I'll come back to these.